Well, Mike didn't show up today, so I posted a video this morning, and I'm uploading one now of Mike doing the brake job. So since he didn't show up today, I'm going to work on the 40 Ford pickup. The floor's in rough shape. But a little bit about the history of this truck. My brother Ed bought it out of a junkyard for $100 and drove it for about 5 years. But the frame broke on it and the body caved in on the back, and he drove it another year like that. So you can imagine what the back of the cab looked like. It had these little circles where the end of the bed cut through on both sides, and everything was caved in. So I got another back off of a 47 Ford pickup, and you can tell because there's a hole for the gas filler over there. And it's also got these two bolts here for the gas tank, because it had a gas tank under the seat in 47, but now I've got the original one out back. So I saw a picture in a catalog on the internet, and they had this whole back half. I think they showed it from here to the back of the cab, and it was all original looking, like it was fresh off the Ford press. So I ordered it, and this is what I got. It doesn't look anything like original. So if you're going to buy parts from C&G Ford, be careful. Don't go by the pictures. The pictures are what it should look like, not what it does look like. So I got these two halves, plus I have no idea what the angle iron is for. So I'm going to try to stick those in there today. But what I got to do, after I remove these and this extra brace that someone stuck here, I feel like it's going to pop right off anyway, and I'm going to take and I think I might have to notch it out a little more to clear this brace, because I don't want to remove that brace. Or maybe I could cut it and slide it under that brace. I don't know. Anyway, what I got to do is I got mount holes here, and so I'm going to take and screw those two pieces in place, then tip the cab up and drill through from the bottom to get those holes in the right place. Then I'll undo the screws, cut out the rotten floor, and then screw that back down and then weld it in place. So that way I know the holes are going to line up with the holes in the frame. Okay, so like I said, I replaced the whole back end, like from here down, somewhere in here, with the 47, 48 Ford cab, 47 I guess. And I replaced the floor with it because the other floor was just as bad. But then I welded it together, reinforced it here and over there. And then later on I bought this piece at a swap meet, and this piece doesn't fit. See, to line up the front, you have to overlap the back by quite a bit. To line up the back, you have to overlap the front. So I realized that this is pulled in too far, and that may be why the doors don't line up anymore. So I've got to cut that loose and then put a ratchet strap around here to pull the doors back into place, and then weld it all up. So I got to do that while it's tipped on its backside. So anyway, what I'm going to start with is I got to cut off these gas tank studs so I can fit those panels in. And I'm going to do it with a cutoff wheel. I don't know. Try to keep the video short as possible, so I'm not going to show you that. You know how it works. So somehow I got to trim this to get it in the corner. I'll trim that. I'm not sure what, but that side is kind of crushed. So I know I said I was going to keep this a low budget project, but I did buy some new cab corners, and I got these. A pair of those, and I think before I try to make this thing fit, I should put on the cab corners. So if I have new cab corners, I know everything's where it's gonna be. And yeah, I guess this step goes right here. So the cab was pushed back. There. Yeah, so after I get the other cab corner on, it'll probably pop back into place, and I can make this fit in here somehow. We'll worry about it later. So there it is, kind of fits in there. Looks like the back of the cab's got to come back a lot more to line up with it, but I'll worry about that when I get this all done. So I made a line where I got to weld it. I cleaned all the crap away, so I got to cut it somewhere around here on that side of the line, get rid of all this rusty bent up crap, and maybe straighten this out a little bit before I start welding. And I think I'll take part of this out because it comes all the way over to there, so I guess this all can go. And I gotta kind of get a perfect match up in here to butt weld it. So this is the new cab corner, and there's the old one, something like that. And that's junk. I drilled a couple holes so I could spot weld it there on this edge, and clamp that in. I can weld that in there, spot weld it here, and then start running a bead around until I get the back of it all done. And so I'm going to do a few tack welds with the MIG welder. 1, 2, 3. All right. Oh, what the hell is this? Now for a few tack welds with the MIG welder. Yeah, come on. Well, I got this cab corner on. I had to split it, so I pushed this back up in there. And my welding isn't the greatest. I'm going to have Richard do a little touching up on that when he gets here. But that's all we're going to get done today. So make that piece fit in there tomorrow. Or maybe I'll get that other corner in before we put the floor in. But because that one's pushed in quite a bit. But I'm going to have to move closer because I don't think I can reach it with the MIG welder and the extension cord. So that's it for today, I guess. Time to go drink a beer.